Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We are here for the 4C Sprint Trophy, round 3 at Fuji Short. And this championship has been absolutely crack-a-lacking. It's been humdinging. What more can be said about it? Well, here's the bump. What is the 4C Sprint Trophy? The 4C Sprint Trophy, 4CST, is an 8-week, one-make series using the Group 4 Alfa Romeo 4C and is inspired by both the Porsche Super Cup and the Ferrari Challenge. The championship will consist of 24 races at 8 different circuits. Each round begins with a 10-minute qualifying session before 3 sprint races of over 25 miles. Racers will have standing starts with jump starts turned on. Drivers are free to choose their race tyres from the available compounds, hards, mediums and softs. However, all 3 compounds must be used over the 3 races of a round. Pit stops are not allowed during the races, but the tyre wear and fuel rate should enable all drivers to fight for positions when the race enters its final stages. So they qualify for 10 minutes for the first 25-mile race, and then each race after that is a reverse grid of the results before. And that's just about all I've got in that one. So let's have a look into the table. It's got to be tight, man. There's been some absolutely humdingers for the first 2 rounds. Homesick and Alien, and RB trading off points here, there, and everywhere. So looking at the table, Racer Brown is at the top and he's on 93 points. He has 2 wins under his belt already through the 2 rounds. Homesick Alien is in second, only 3 points behind him on 90 points. Also 2 wins on the sheet for Homesick Alien. Shiren is third on 82 points, 8 points behind the Alien and 11 points behind Racer Brown. Shiren is in an absolutely cracking place there to take this championship to the end. Koikart fourth on 70 points, 12 points behind Shiren. And Koikart having an absolute cracking championship. We've seen the podium, we just haven't seen him win one yet, and it's coming, I'm sure. 5th place for Snorlax on 68 points, just 2 points behind Koi. And now from here on, this table gets quite scary, so just hold on to your britches, ladies and gents. This is going to be hairy. So Koikart 4th on 70 points, Snorlax 5th on 68 points, 2 points shy of Koi. Then in 6th we have Jokus on 67 points, only a point behind Snorlax. In 7th we have Bazza on 64 points, and that's only 3 points adrift of Jokus, with Ensign Newitt in 8th on 63 points, only 1 point behind the Baz. Flashman 9th on 53 points, 10th Pat on 47 points, and Silverstar 11th on 32 points. Matt Psycho Electric and Madalinsky are all yet to make an appearance in this championship. So that's all of that business taken care of. Binko's in the chat saying morning sweet cheeks. Well, hello Baloo to you, good sir. Right, let's see how they line up after 10 minutes of qualifying here for round 3 of Fuji Short for the 4CST. Oh, take my glasses off because it looks blurry on the telly. They're just for close-up action. So on the front row then, we have Homesick Alien just ahead of Racer Brown. Homesick Alien starting on the racing hard tyres by my information, and RB starting on the racing medium tyres. That's going to be interesting when it gets to turn 1. The next row is Snorlax and Shiren. Snorlax starting on the racing medium tyre. Shiren also opting for that racing medium tyre. That's row 2. On row 3, we have Koikart just ahead of Big Dan, and them two also starting on the racing medium tyre. I've lost my rows now. Next row. 7th and 8th on the grid, we see Silver Star donning a set of racing medium tyres and the Bazinator on a set of racing medium tyres. On the final row then, we have Pat, and he's on a set of medium tyres with Flashman starting 10th on a set of racing hard tyres. So that's the crew. That's how it looks. So without further ado, let's crack on with some racing, shall we? It's been long enough. So Homesick Alien on that pole position, but Racer Brown on this faster tyre behind him. How will this shake out? Lights go, and it's go, go, go here. And Homesick Alien having a rather good start ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown tucking in behind to grab the toe. It's a long run down to turn 1. There's going to be a lot of cold tyres. It doesn't look like there's any sun in the sky whatsoever. Homesick Alien plants it into turn 1. No issues at all. RB follows him through with Snorlax right in the mix. Koi Carp in 4th. He's jumped Shiren. Shiren slipping back to 5th place. Big Dan in 6th. Silver Star 7th. Bazza's not having a great start as well. Bazza nearly coming to the back of the field. He's there with Flashman, and Flashman looking for a way past. Oh, Bazza again out wide. I don't think the Baz has been very well lately. And there we see he's having a shaky start, whilst Homesick Alien Snorlax, RB slipped behind Snorlax. Snorlax also on those medium tyres, similar to RB's. RB's got that inside line now though, and it's RB looking like he is through on Snorlax. And who gets to watch all this? Koi Carp sitting in a perfect position to enjoy such racing delights ahead of him, and Homesick Alien will be happy to see Racer Brown with his hands full in his rearview mirrors, and Snorlax goes in. There's a little contact there, and Snorlax makes the move past, and I'm sure he could have done it without the contact, but it looked like the car slid a little there, and RB Racer Brown, and it looks like Koi Carp's under threat now from Shiren. Shiren trying the same similar moves, and Koi Carp jumps into the toe as RB jumps into the toe of Snorlax. And it's all going off down here behind Homesick. And there goes RB pulling the trigger. Has Koi pulled the trigger on his? It's too far away to tell. No, now he is. It looks like RB's got the move done into turn 1, late on the brakes. And he saves the Alpha, and it makes its way around. Koi Carp, a similar move to RB's on Shiren. Great stuff. Pass up to 6th place now from the back of the grid. And it's Big Dan in 7th, Silver Star in 8th. The Baz in 9th ahead of the Flashman. Homesick Alien pulling away is the story on a set of racing hard tyres, whilst RB has his hands full with Snorlax. Snorlax looking to get a good result. He slides a little bit there, and that gives Koi Carp half a look, whilst now Shiren has got his hands full with Pat coming alive. But so is Big Dan, because Big Dan's in there as well, is he? Wowzers, people, what can we say? Shiren then ahead of Pat. Pat's a force to be reckoned with as we look at the mountain. Koi Carp all up and in Snorlax's business. RB's through then somehow, and now Homesick Alien has to be very careful with how he places his car, because he's going to have RB on his way, and his tyres are starting to come to life, while Snorlax has to defend like a lion against Koi Carp. Koi Carp bringing the noise, and Snorlax can hear it. Shiren then in 5th place with Pat in 6th. Big Dan closing in on the Pat at the moment, and the Baz starting to find his feet in the Alpha ahead of a Silver Star, whom is only just ahead of Flashman. They're having their own very much different race, and Silver Star's championship has been kind of ruined by Fanatec. Name and shame, that's what I say. Homesick Alien then is getting very tight between himself and the RB. RB getting him very, very close. Snorlax still keeping Koi Carp at bay, with Shiren voyeuring there, waiting to get in on that action. On board with the RB as he hunts himself down. A Homesick Alien, Homesick keeping it very tight on the inside of those apexes we can see there. And it's only a matter of time for Racer Brown Shorley with the faster tyre. He's coming up across him now. It's the battle of the matte blacks. Homesick Alien just keeps that inside line, trying to keep RB behind, but RB's now found a way through. He's got the inside line into the next corner. He's got the grip advantage and he is through. So RB now leads the race from Homesick Alien after Homesick Alien got the pole. Snorlax still ahead of Koi, and Big Dan's made it past. Big Dan up the inside. Oh, come on, let's be fair to him. He's just done it. We can watch it. Is he? Oh, it looked like Pat had a small off there, making it very easy for Big Dan to get up the inside of him. And that's Big Dan now chasing down Shuren. Points are everything in this championship. Everyone needs them. And Bazza's closing in as well after a very shaky start. The Bazzinator is on the scene. Silverstar trying to keep Flashman at bay. Silverstar just trying to get through a race without something breaking, I'm sure. And RB is not getting his own way. Homesick Alien getting a lovely toe off the Alpha ahead of him. Excuse me. Onto the brakes, clunking of the gears. As Homesick Alien tries to find an advantage at a disadvantage in his Alpha. Binko in the chat saying, I repaired Silverstar's Fanatec and sent them my repair bill. Very good. God, no, man, that's expensive. So RB can't pull away from the Alien. Snorlax is pulling away from Koikarp now. He wants to get back into the battle ahead of him. And RB, is he looking after his tyres possibly? He's not pulling away from the Alien like you would think. And the tyre wear is showing up there. They're about halfway through this race, or coming up to halfway. Yeah, halfway. They're about halfway around the lap. So RB, tyres look good. Homesick Alien again on the move with those hard tyres. Hard tyres seems to be the choice tyre at the moment, because Homesick Alien really is keeping pace with RB. And Snorlax is closing in on him, I believe. We're bringing Koikarp along for fun. Big Dan's got himself ahead of Shuren now. Shuren is on the hard tyre, remember. Shuren on the hard tyre. He's letting the medium runners have their moment in the sun. No one on the softs today. If one person had chose softs, that would have been an easy win there, I think. I imagine some of these down in the field are kicking themselves a little bit there. Bazza, but I think a lot of them like to save the soft tyre for the last one, because it's usually later in the day and the track is a lot cooler. No movement further down the field. Bazza is going great guns though. 45.9 against Shuren's 47.5, 2 seconds faster. Big Dan doing his fastest with a 44.7. Koikarp a 44.1, great lap time. 43.4 from Snorlax though. Homesick Alien still keeping Racer Brown in check, but Racer Brown there 43.2 against a 43.7 is starting to use those medium tyres to great effect. We're on lap 5 of 9. Racer Brown now just trying to bring this one on home, whilst Homesick Alien tries to optimise his points whilst on racing hard tyres. And Snorlax, can he catch him before the end of the race? Binko in the chat says, lol, yes mate, the bill is expensive, expertise comes at a high price. Lol. So yes, Koikarp catching up Snorlax. No, the lap times don't say it's true, but it looks true. Homesick Alien slipping back. Oh, Homesick Alien, the back end slides away from him. Snorlax is through. Snorlax is up and into second place, and Homesick Alien now in trouble. Those hard tyres giving way to him. He's been playing risk with the grip in every corner, trying to stay with RB. And now Koikarp in fourth place, who we'd love the points and another podium to go with the podium he's already had this season. And Koi then hunting aliens. Big Dan in fifth place, scoring good points against Bazza. And Jokus on Hollybobs this round, so misses out altogether. Shiren then in 6th with the Bazza in 7th. Pat in 8th. Silver Star in 9th. All fixed now for Silver Star. And it's the start of his championship. Flashman, 45.9 last time around, but he's losing sight of, and 45.0 there for Silver Star. So Flashman's starting to lose sight. It looks like some of these tyres are going through a phase. They're going through a grumpy phase. Homesick Alien then having to make his car as wide as possible. Koikarp thinks, no way, sir, I'm already going up the inside of you. And no, Homesick's still there, side by side, all the way down the hill. Homesick Alien's going to have the inside line when they get there. And Homesick Alien tries to keep it in front. As Koikarp there, having a look now, Koikarp up the inside. He's got to get his braking just right there. No contact so far. It's beautiful racing side by side all the way around. Now Koikarp going for that wider line to get a better run down this straight against the Alien. Homesick Alien taking the corner tighter, but still managing to stay ahead for now as Koikarp gives it great balls. Oh, Koikarp bites a bit of dust there, loses a 10th or 2 on the Alien down the straight, but he's got toe. He's picked up the toe again, but that little wheel off seems to have done him a disservice there. He's trying to pick up the toe from the Alien. The Alien pulling over to the one side to try and break that toe. Koi getting ever closer to Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien survives another lap, and now it's lap 7 of 9, and Koikarp's just got to keep that pressure on him. We've seen Homesick Alien lose the back end on those hard tyres already in this race, and so it is possible. Snorlax meanwhile 44.0 against RB's 42.8, and RB has come to life middle of the race, and he's taking this one all the way. And Snorlax's tyres not looking in the healthiest of conditions there. And we've still got a couple of laps to go. And Koikarp's in a better condition than Snorlax. Snorlax we might see drop out of the top 3 altogether if his tyres give way. We'll see. Koikarp meanwhile keeping the pressure on Homesick Alien. Fighting him all the way. No change further down the field. We will have a look at how the guys are getting on though. But at the moment we're seeing a glorious battle here between Homesick Alien and Koikarp. Homesick Alien on the hard tyres, Koikarp on a set of dying medium tyres. Snorlax just ahead, and they're catching him, I think. His tyres also going away from him. Big Dan, his tyres are okay. He's got not much concern. Shiren's a little further down the field, but he is on those hard tyres, so if Big Dan's tyres do fall off the edge, Shiren will be there. And Bazza's tyres are looking absolutely delectable. He's looked after those bad boys. Pat in 8th, his tyres are nearly gone. Flashman in 9th, he's got himself ahead of Silver Star. Silver Star pulling out a 207 last time around. That's not what he needs. And Flashman picking up the points where the points are to be picked up. RB meanwhile flying out in the distance, and then we've got a repeat for the podium here, because Snorlax has not got the pace now that his tyres are getting to the rubbery end of the race, and Homesick Alien is ready to pounce, but he's got issues because Koikarp's right there as well, although Koikarp's tyres not in the best of states. Homesick Alien's got to find a way past without losing ground to Koikarp behind. This is going to be a humdinger. We're on lap 8, around about halfway through lap 8, so a lap and a half left for these boys. Snorlax, can he hold on to that second place ahead of Homesick Alien? And Homesick Alien having a look up the inside. Snorlax trying to close the door. He's a little late on the brakes. He slides, but he keeps position somehow, some way. And Homesick Alien taking a wide line to get a run, but we've got Koikarp in the mix as well alongside the Alien. Homesick Alien now trying to get a toe off of Snorlax, but I think he was a bit slow out of the corner. Dicing with Koi. Oh no, they're not on the straight yet, sorry. but Snorlax doing an absolute super job at the moment, keeping the Alien at bay, with Homesick Alien having that concern from the Koi Carp threat behind. They're all giving each other a toe train. Up to the first corner, Homesick Alien closing. He's not close enough though, is he? We've started the final lap. Can Snorlax hold on for one more lap? Like Wilson Phillips said, hold on for one more day. No, Snorlax lay brakes into the corner, goes very wide, opens the door for Homesick Alien, and like a can of tuna, he's in there. No, Snorlax still keeping alongside. Oh my word, my ticker can't deal with this. And Snorlax then still fighting on a set of dead tyres. RB is in this race, he's flying. He's well away with it. And Homesick Alien, Snorlax and Koi Carp all battling out for the final podium positions. At the moment, Snorlax second, Homesick in third. He nearly left himself open to Koi Carp then. My word, you can't call it still as they make their way around the final part of the lap. And Snorlax leads from Homesick Alien with Koi Carp hunting him down. Oh, Homesick's wide, so's Koi Carp. My word. RB comes around. No, he's not around the final corner yet. It's so tight between these three. Snorlax is counting every lucky star that he's got. The Homesick Alien and Koi Carp went wide in that corner. Koi again, back end, stepping away from him. Here comes the man, the legend, the mystery, RB. And he's coming up to take the win for round 3, race 1. And there he goes, leading the championship. Snorlax still in second, ahead of Homesick Alien. And it's Snorlax that gets second place. It is Snorlax with Homesick, Take a Boo My Son, and Koi Carp brings it home in 4th. Wowzers. Big Dan grabs himself 5th place in this one. Good points, good points. With Shiren not on fire today in race 1, comes home in 6th on those hard tyres, but he's got the hard tyre out of the way. Bazza comes home 7th, and I imagine he'd take that at the first lap of this race. It looked dismal for him, and the Baz brings it home in 7th. Pat in 8th. Oh, Flashman's had a not Flashman, sorry. We see Silverstar having an off as he was closing in on Flashman. What a shame. So Flashman then grabs 9th place ahead of Silverstar, who slowly makes his way to the line. Wowzers. Browsers. That was something, wasn't it? RB then took his sweet time, but he finally got there ahead and just pulled away like the legend that he is. Snorlax had to fight for everything there to keep that second place away from the Alien, and he did an absolutely fantastic job. Well done, Snorlax. Homesick Alien, somehow, some way, staying with the medium runners on those hard tyres. Take a Boo My Son. Koi Carp, special mention. What a drive there for 4th place. And I imagine by the end of that race he'd want more, but his tyres were gone on that final lap, and you could see his car was just sliding. Big Dan picked up from Pat's mistake. Don't know how he got past Shiren, but he's picked up some places there as Big Dan in that race. He qualified 6th, but he did drop back to about 7th or 8th early doors. So he's come home 5th place, middle of the pack. Shiren just wasn't firing today and pulled home in 6th, 3rd in the championship. That's not going to help. Bazza in 7th. Looked like a dismal start to the Belgium's race, but he pulled it back out and finished in 7th, with Pat coming home in 8th place with his battles with Flashman and Silverstar. I imagine he felt that he could have finished higher than that. A couple of small mistakes. Lap times weren't bad. So the tyres were dead at the end, though, in all fairness. Flashman on them hard tyres comes home in 9th, and Silverstar on the medium tyres he's fast, but just some dodgy old lap times goes here and there. But we'll let him finish. Boom. So on to race 2 then. This is going to be some exciting stuff. So in the chat, Binko saying, it's a pity I can't fix Silver Star's talent as easily as I could his wheel. Ah, he's great. He's had a win, you know. I've seen him. I've seen him with my own eyes. He's had a win. I think he was in the Golfs, but I'm not 100% sure. So he can do it. I think this is race 2. I wasn't paying much attention. I'm starting to feel tired. So don't look at the cheat sheet. It's not worth it. Cheating's for losers. Oh, I've got to pause it anyway. Hang on. Because I haven't looked at tyres. Beep. Just on the dot, eh? So then, they have reversed the grids, and Silver Star is starting on a set of racing hard tyres, saving the softs for the last race. Flashman starts on a set of racing softs. Flashman looking racy in the second race on the front row. Pat starting on his set of hard tyres. He's saving his softs till the very end. The Baz, he's going softs. Baz fancies it, racing softs from 4th on the grid. Shuren then, he's going soft as well. And Big Dan, he's taking the hards out in this middle race, is Big Dan, saving his softs for the final race. Koikap, he's gone hard as well, with Homesick Alien on a set of mediums, saving his softs for the end. And Snorlax, he's gone racing softs. He's got a long distance to make up on those softs, though, from the back. And RB, he's gone for racing hards, just hoping to pick up some places along the way, I imagine. So then, tie your mother down, ladies and gents, because we're just about to get funky. So Silver Star on pole, but he's on the racing hards. Flashman is on the softs. So the run down to the first corner. Here they go. And Silver Star holding his own against Flashman, but it's the braking zone, but cold tyres. So it's Flashman's... Oh, look at Bazza. Bazza's come from nowhere. Bazza and Shuren. Wowzers. What the bejeebers went there. Bazza, I could see just out the outer corner of my eye, down the inside. Flew past everyone. And now he's not leading because Shuren's leading. And this is going to be a right battle. Look at Homesick in there as well in 4th. Unbelievable stuff. So Shuren is leading from the Baz. Then we've got Flashman in 3rd. They're all on soft tyres. Homesick Alien on a set of mediums up to 4th. Silver Star on a set of hards has only slid down to 5th. That's not too bad. Pat, he's also on hards. He's in 6th. He's being dogged by Snorlax. Snorlax trying to get through. This was the problem. If Pat and Snorlax having a car banging, door banging session. And Snorlax though. Oh, and Pat bites a big one there. A big chunk of sideways for Pat and puts him to the back. And then he just gives someone a little love pump up the boot. And Pat having a terrible couple of corners there with RB trying to find a way past Koikap. These both are on the racing hard tyres. Big Dan also on the hard tyres just ahead of him. Snorlax on the softs trying to make his way through. He's caught up with Silver Star and they're side by side. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien on the tail of Flashman and Bazza, and then Shuren leads. The 3 front guys are all on the soft tyre. And there is Homesick Alien trying to get a move done on Flashman. He's got the toe. And we've seen he has been punching above his weight when it comes to tyres. When he was on the hards, he was racing the guys on the mediums, and now he's on the mediums, he's racing the guys on the softs. Unbelievable stuff. Snorlax has made his way past Silver Star. Movement between RB. It's Big Dan. Big Dan slipped back behind Koi, behind Pat even. So Big Dan having a big one as RB leads the hard runners. Well, Silver Star, sorry, leads the hard runners with RB in the next car down. Koikap in 8th, Pat in 9th, and Big Dan at the back in 10th. Shiren then trying to pull out a bit of a gap, but he knows the aliens there are on medium tyres and is always a threat. Flashman staying with the alien as Snorlax tries to... Ouch! Oh, Flashman, sorry, man. That hurt. Flashman getting caught out with the braking there, and he still has a look up the inside of the alien. Wow. So Flashman gets by the alien, but I'm not sure that was wholeheartedly... I mean, you can't bump someone in one corner and then go for a move in the next. But Homesick Alien back through again as Flashman again on the scene, tries to come up the inside, and that's better. That's nice. That's how we like it. So Flashman then trying to keep ground with Homesick Alien in these twisty parts. The alien is at a disadvantage. Snorlax, though, closing right in on Flashman. He's trying to pick a toe. He can't pick what toe he wants. He's gone for Flashman's, then he's gone for the aliens. Now he's gone for the middle of the pair of them. My word, Snorlax comes through, says, excuse me, gents. I've got a podium with my name on it. And that's Snorlax up and into 3rd place, Homesick Alien 4th, and Flashman slipping down and into 5th. The Baz, meanwhile, chasing after Shiren. Shiren, the fastest man on track. RB has got himself past a Silver Star, and Koikap is just coming up to the back of Silver Star now. Silver Star's got to dig deep, get some nice steady laps in. He's on the hard tyre. He can't late brake really. He's got to keep neat and tidy and respect the hard tyre. He's got to respect that lack of grip that this car's got at the moment if he wants to stay ahead of Koi. Koi, a very fast driver. So Big Dan, oh, Pat slipped back. Pat has slipped back, and these guys are all taking it in turns at the moment. Shiren's not taking it in turns at all to be in the lead of this race. It's all his, and he won't give it up. Bazza trying to chase him down, but just can't quite find the pace of the Russian ahead of him. Shiren in 3rd with Homesick Alien with the medium tyres running with the soft boys. And it looks like RB is starting to catch up with those guys as well. They've got to watch out. They've got to beware. RB is around. So Flashman in the toe of the alien. And can he get into that first corner ahead of Homesick Alien? Shiren leads from Bazza. Snorlax in 3rd place. We're sat on board with 5th place Flashman chasing down Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien on the medium tyres. Oh, Snorlax has had to do some real heavy braking into that corner, letting the alien close right in to his personal space. And Flashman at the moment just happy to sit behind these guys and see what happens. The soft runners have to be slightly aware that their tyres are viable, so run out very quickly on them. Shiren leads from the Baz, and Snorlax is your top 3. Then we have Homesick Alien in 4th, Flashman in 5th. We've got RB slowly creeping up behind that battle on his hard tyres. Silver Star holding ground in 7th place. Koikap, though, eager to get by. Koikap a 46.4 last time around. Silver Star a 46.6. So, yes, it's going to be tough when Koikap closes in on Silver Star. Big Dan at the moment in 9th spot, 46.6 also for Big Dan. Doesn't like the hard tyres, and neither does Sir Patalot. Shiren leads. Where is the battle? Homesick's dropped back a little bit from Snorlax now, and RB has caught and got by Flashman. Oh, poor Flashman. Looks like we're having a bit of lag issues out there at the moment, and RB goes very wide off the track indeed. And Flashman trying to pick up a toe, and Homesick Alien trying to catch up with the podium runners. Bazza's getting awfully closer to Snorlax. Snorlax gets the fastest lap that last time around with a 42.6, and he is closing in on the Bazza, who only managed a 44 last time around, with Shiren 43.7, and Snorlax looking very racy indeed. Can he catch them both up and take the win? He's got the pace today. in that Alfa Romeo. Homesick Alien keeping it nice and steady. When he puts a set of softs on, the world watch out. RB in 5th, and he's not pulling away from the Flashman like he would like to be. Silverstar in 7th, no one around him. Koi Carp cannot catch him, and Big Dan struggling to catch up with Koi, but Pat is catching with Big Dan. A 46.1 for Pat last time around on those hard tyres. Big Dan a 46.9, nearly a second. So if Pat keeps on that trajectory, he is going to be all up and in Big Dan's busyness. Koi Carp still chasing down Silverstar. Silverstar doing a 46.4 next to 46.5 for Koi Carp. So Silverstar is a little faster at this point. And Flashman staying with RB as RB tries to catch up with the Alien, who's back on Snorlax's case, who is involved with Bazza at the moment for 2nd place, and he's going for a nice tight line there, side by side, coming out the corner, and it looks like Snorlax may have this one, and the Bazza's tyres going away from him, and Snorlax up into 2nd, Bazza down into 3rd, Homesick in 4th. Look at Homesick, he's pushing Bazza along, he's bump drafting the Baz to get by. Now he's picking another tow line, now he's trying to go for a move, 3 wide as we get to the first corner. This is ridiculous. And Homesick Alien later on the brakes than everyone else, but Snorlax goes back underneath the Alien, and so does the Baz. Wowzers. We don't usually get 2 wowzers in a round. That's amazing. So Homesick Alien again trying to look up the inside of a Baz, and Snorlax. These guys have had some races today. What are we on? Lap 6 of 9. Their tyres are going to be absolutely shot to buggery, shot to pieces when they get to the end of this race, and Homesick Alien will be collecting. Shiren's tyres starting to go away from him as well, but he is building up a nice little gap before the Alien will catch him. RB still not shaking off the Flashman, but the Flashman's tyres are woeful, and he might start falling back to Silverstar, who's done a 45.9 last time around. 46.7 from Koi Carp. Koi Carp can't find the pace on those racing hard tyres, and Big Dan now starting to catch up with Koi Carp. Pat was closing in on Big Dan, and Big Dan started picking up the pace. They'll both catch Koi Carp at this rate, and Silverstar is grinding those corners, my friend. Flashman then is there. Oh, that battle for the podium, and Baz has gone for a move, a similar move to Snorlax that Snorlax did on the Alien, but as Snorlax gets a good drive out of the corner, and the Baz left without a tow. Now Snorlax moving over to take the tow away from the Alien, has given Bazza the tow, and this is Bazza's blocked in at the moment. Even if he wanted to move out, he couldn't. He's had to back off to let the Alien into the tow, and the Alien very clever there, boxing Bazza in. Ooh, and it's all about grip at the moment in turn 1, and that's something Snorlax and Bazza have none of, and Homesick Alien has some of, more of. Woo! Homesick Alien going a little wide there. Snorlax just slung that. He committed to that corner, and Bazza as well going through. This is crazy town, what we're seeing here right now. Shiren then leading the race with Snorlax, and we just saw a flash of Shiren go round as these guys entered the corner, so they're not that far away from Shiren. Shiren is only 1 mistake away from his worst nightmare, and at the moment he's doing okay. Them tyres looking worse for wear. Lap 7 of 9. Snorlax trying to keep the Alien behind. Bazza's there wanting some action, and Homesick Alien goes for a move up the inside of Snorlax, but Snorlax, has he got it covered off? He's got it covered off. Snorlax absolutely cracking stuff from the Petronas Alfa Romeo driver, and Homesick Alien battling on 2 fronts. He's got the Bazza all up and in his backside, and he's all trying to get in Snorlax's space, and now it's side by side going down the long straight, and they can see Shiren off in the distance as they start lap 8. 2 laps to go for these boys to find out where they're going to finish. Snorlax looks like he may have lost the one now. It looks like Homesick Alien just slightly ahead. It is definitely going to be the battle of the brakes here. Who has the bravest right at left foot, whatever they use. Left foot. And it's Homesick ahead of Snorlax. Bazza backing out of this one, knowing those tyres are dubious at best, and wants to get to the end of the race. And Homesick Alien gets the move done, but Snorlax isn't giving up on that second place. He wants it. He wants it bad. Bazza then going wide as his tyres start giving up all hope. And he's got RB coming at him very fastly indeed. Then we have Flashman in 6th ahead of Silverstar. Flashman's tyres not quite dead yet. He's still got a little life in him. And Silverstar doing a 46.1, Flashman doing a 48.2, trying to get his way around. Silverstar just may catch him yet. Then we have Koikarp. He's found the pace. Koikarp's picking up the pace now. 45.9. Is that because Big Dan's put a fire up his jack seat? And Koikarp suddenly starts pushing on. He could catch up with Silverstar at that pace. And Pat, 46.4, but he's lost track of the guys ahead of him. Shiren still leads from Homesick. Homesick pulling out a healthy gap on Snorlax now. And RB's got past Big Baz. We saw Baz going wide, didn't we? We did. And RB has capitalised on that situation, and he's got himself up into 4th. Can he move up as they start the final lap? Shiren crosses the line. Look how quickly the Alien's catching up with him. 46.0 for Shiren that last time around. Homesick a 42.9 on those medium tyres. And Shiren, this is not looking great for the Russian driver as he slowly just tries to nurse that car through the corners, hoping not to spin the back end, as Homesick Alien, loads of grip, is just closing the gap and getting purple sectors along the way. Snorlax then wants to keep the podium. He's in a similar position as Shiren. He's just got to tickle that car around. He's holding the fastest lap as RB wants to get that podium. Bazza bringing it on home. Flashman as well just wants to get that bad boy home as Silverstar going faster again than he's gone, with Koi and Big Dan all racing to the checkered flag. These three, they're not relenting one bit. So Shiren under fire. Shiren under fire from the Alien. Homesick Alien looking for a win as they both go a little bit into the corner, late on the brakes. Homesick Alien ends up off the road, but Snorlax a little too far back to make a concern about that. And Shiren survives another day. Only, what, 2 more corners? 3, shall we say? I don't know what you count that last one as. I'd count it as 1 hairpin, but it looks like he's done enough. Looks like Shiren has done enough from Homesick Alien, and Snorlax there is closing in on the Alien, but Shiren is the man today to take the win from round 2. Great stuff. I haven't heard anything in the stewards about it, so I think everything's fine and dandy. So that's Shiren takes the win. Homesick comes home in 2nd. Snorlax in 3rd. Take a boom, my son. RB comes home in 4th. Baz brings it home in 5th. Flashman gets himself some good points in 6th, holding on ahead of Silverstar, who was coming rather rapidly. Silverstar in 6th, ahead of Koikarp in 8th, and Big Dan 9th. And Pat brings it home in 10th. Wowzers, wowzers and whoopies. They were some sets of racers, weren't they? Unbelievable stuff. So Shiren never looked back on those soft tyres. He absolutely pelted it and just tried to bring that one home with the win, which he did. Homesick Alien fighting with the big boys on the wrong tyres, and he gets himself 2nd place ahead of Snorlax, who really is getting racer of the round, and he's really elbows out there, is Snorlax, and really putting some great racing together. RB, good points in 4th on a hard run. And couldn't ask for much more. I don't think there was much more there on the table for him. The Baz, tyres died. He had to back out of the race to bring the car home. I think it was sensible. Flashman also backing out of it to bring the car home. 6th place, sensible, good points. Silverstar had the pace, just not early doors. The tyres took a while to get into that window, but when they did, he started pushing, hauling ass. Koikarp as well was late to find the pace. It must have been the hard tyre. Big Dan Again, finding that pace near the end. And Pat, it was good pace. I think that 48 killed him. He was on the back of the guys ahead of him. So Shiren, sweet. So we've had RB and Shiren take their wins. Who's going to take the win in the third? Most of them are going to be on the soft tyre. This is exciting. Oh, it's there. Sorry. Is it? Yeah, that's the one. We'll have a quick look at the grid. No need to go too crazy, because we know most of them are going to be on softs. A couple aren't. We'll just remind ourselves. We'll pause it because it's all quick. They don't give you much time, do they? So Pat this time is starting on the front with the racing softs, giving himself a perfect opportunity here. Big Dan also on the softs alongside him on the front row. Koikart behind them on the softs. Silverstar also on the softs, the top four. It's going to be tight. Flashman going for a set of mediums. If he can cling on, he could pick up from the front four. Bazza also on... Oh, no, he's on the racing hard tyre. It's going to be a tough one for the Baz. RB is starting on the softs. He'll be looking racy. Snorlax is starting on the hard tyre with Homesick on the soft tyre and Shiren starting on the medium tyre. This is going to be exciting. Hold your hats. Let's get it on. Oh, let me have a sip of my coffee. Let's go. Not yet. Pat off to a slow start there, unfortunately. And Koikarp having an absolute belter of a start on the outside. Oh, and all three come together with Baz on the inside. And Baz has backed right out for some reason. And RB has capitalised on the soft tyre. And my word, Homesick Alien in second on the softs. Bit of damage. Koikarp slipped to third with Big Dan in fourth. Shiren there in fifth. Or is he in fifth? He's got the Baz. Oh, Snorlax has gone flying off the side of the track. There, is it with Flashman? Oh, him and Flashman must have had a huge coming together. Shall we look at it? It was a crazy start, wasn't it? Here we see. There's Snorlax. Flashman's just ahead of him. Nothing to see so far. Oh, I think Snorlax just spun. And, I mean... Flashman spun ahead of him. Someone was off the road as well, Pat. It just looked like crazy stuff. So RB takes the lead on Homesick Alien. Homesick on the softs. RB's on the softs. Koikarp on the softs. The top four have all changed from the guys that started on the top four. Big Dan is also on the softs. Shiren won the last round. He's on the mediums. If he can keep an eye on the guys ahead of him, like I said. Baz is also on those racing hard tyres. Silverstar is on the soft tyre. He'll be looking to capitalise. Pat, with that first corner incident, is in 8th place ahead of Snorlax and Flashman. These guys playing a major game of catch-up from the back, and they're all on various different tyres. I think Pat's on softs, Silverstar's on mediums, and... Silverstar's on softs, sorry. Pat's on the softs, Snorlax on the hards. And Baz is on the hards. He's just about to be caught by Silverstar. So Bazza has got to be aware here in the first corner. He's got a very fast Alfa Romeo coming up behind him. Silverstar taking a look, going for the brakes into the first corner, and he beats the Baz, who's on the hard tyre. He has to brake a little earlier to get around, and he goes wide as well, which he's got Pat coming. Oh, Pat's all over the place. It looks like the soft tyres are not agreeing with Pat whatsoever, and Snorlax just staying chilled. He's dropped right away though, hasn't he? RB under threat from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien starting to bring the noise, and RB, he's got his ear defenders on. He can't hear it. He's staying put in the lead of this race as Homesick Alien. This is the battle for the championship, remember. These two absolutely locked in a tight battle for the sprint trophy. And Koikarp looking good for a podium. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. He's got Big Dan chasing him down, also on soft tyres. So Koikarp, can he make too many mistakes of those? Because Big Dan will punish him. Shiren as well on the medium tyres. And like I've said before, he only has to hold on. And there's a good chance the guys ahead of him tyres will give way. Now, if RB and Homesick Alien are going to absolutely race tooth and nail throughout this race, that is going to make a big difference to their tyre wear. And them two, also known for looking after tyres, could struggle come the end of this race. Koikarp then ahead of Big Dan, but Big Dan is drawing ever closer to Koikarp. Then we have Shiren in a world of his own. Silverstar's on the soft tyres though, and Silverstar could catch up with Shiren in this race if he puts his mind to it and gets a can-do attitude. Pat's up to 7th. He's got himself ahead of the Baz, and Snorlax on those hard tyres a little further back from all the other guys. But Pat on the soft tyres now, finding they are... No, Flashman. Oh yeah, Flashman's quit out. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. The Flashman has exited the vehicle. So Homesick Alien. Oh, and Homesick Alien's taken the lead from RB. I'm missing it all. And Koikarp still in 3rd, but Big Dan's right there now. Oh my. So, Big Dan. Is he going to try and pull a move before the long straight? Is he going to... Koi going a little wide there again, giving Big Dan an opportunity. You don't want to give Big Dan too many of those. Shiren looking very, very tidy behind these guys on the medium tyre as they get racy. RB back on the Alien. Beautiful sight from the two cars chasing each other. RB then looking to get by. Homesick tries to break the toe. RB doesn't want the toe. Keep your toe, he says. I'm coming through anyway, just through pure pace. He does. RB up and into the lead then. Homesick Alien going to try and outbrake him into turn 1. And Homesick Alien does manage it on the brakes. RB looking for a way by. RB's got the fastest lap of the race. Koikarp has regained his composure. He's starting to pull back away from Big Dan, and in the background there you can see Silverstar definitely catching up with Shiren, who's on the medium tyres, and Silverstar definitely starting to find his groove, with Pat as well getting into the groove like Madonna herself. Bazza on the hard tyres, just trying to bring it home for points, as is Snorlax. Snorlax is drawing closer to the Baz, you know. Baz did a 46.4 last time around. Snorlax 45.1. So with that kind of pace, Snorlax should be able to catch up the Baz. And these two are going great guns out at the front here. RB and Homesick Alien really, really going for it. It's great stuff. And Big Dan as well, chasing down Koi on board with Big Daneth himself. As we come through the tighter section of track, up and over onto the straight.
This is a classic scrap between the Alien, and Codename Red Bull.
And Bingo saying this is a classic scrap between the Alien and Codename Red Bull. I know RB is that way, isn't it? Now he's gone RB. So Big Dan closing in. Can he get the move done into turn 1? Not quite. And Koikarp lives to tell the tale another day as they both take a chunk of curb, but Big Dan pays big prices for his curb, and that gives Koikarp some breathing room as RB tries to close the gap on Homesick Alien. Unbelievable racing down there. Silver Star has caught Shiren up. Oh, I'm sorry, Silver Star. He's got the job done. He's got himself by Shiren. And Shiren's just going to have to cling on and hope those tyres go away from Silver Star. Pat will be the next guy. Did a 46.1 last time around with Shiren doing a 47.6. Shiren lost some big chunk of time that last lap around, and that helped Silver Star get his way ahead. Big Dan then, meanwhile, still chasing down Koikarp. No, he's dropped even further back. Big Dan's absolutely destroyed his tyres. It's only lap 5. And yeah, even for Big Dan, that is excessive tyre wear. Koikarp then easily pulling away from Big Dan. And RB and Homesick, look at them. They caress their tyres, but RB really is the tyre whisperer. And Silver Star might be able to catch up Big Dan before the end of this race if his tyres stay in there. He's bringing Shiren along for the and giggles. And Pat's being caught by the Baz and Snorlax. The hard tyres return to form. And Pat's tyres are starting to die on the vine as he starts lap 6. 3 laps to go for Pat. And the forecast is not looking good on those tyres. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien still leads from RB. RB really is looking to get this race win done and dusted here, but Homesick Alien, the thorn in his side where it comes to the championship and this race, Homesick Alien is in his way. Koikarp then third, looking glorious, but the tyres dying. The tyres are dying. Silver Star looking after his tyres a lot better than the guys ahead of him, and there is a real good chance Silver Star will catch the Big Dan and Koikarp up if they lose too much pace. Look at Big Dan's tyres. They are dismal. He was 3 seconds slower than his fastest lap last time around. We saw him have a big wiggle, but still, 4 tenths down. It's not too much time, is it really? I'm getting dramatic for no reason. In fact, it looks like you can see Koikarp again. RB, meanwhile, having a rest, having a break from attacking the alien. RB getting all the purples because he gets the toe down the straight, all I can guess. Him and Homesick Alien's lap times can't be that much difference. 42.6 from the alien, RB at 42.3. Not this time round, because it looks like he slipped back a little bit from the alien. Homesick Alien at 42.4. RB at 43.3. Losing a bit of time there. Koikarp 43.9, not bad. 44.2 from Big Dan. So even with the dead tyres, their lap time's not bad. Shiren going back past Silver Star through the toe is all we can guess. Silver Star 46.2 last time around, and Shiren then. But Silver Star's got the tyres to go into the corner better. But Shiren just slightly ahead, goes off the track a little bit. Silver Star looks for an opportunity, and they're side by side as they come and down the hill, and Shiren should have the inside now. Unbelievable racing from the pair of these. What a duo. And Shiren then at the moment up into 5th with those medium tyres. Silver Star looking after his softs. They're getting to the end of their life. We're on lap 7. Silver Star's wide, but keeps it together. Unbelievable stuff. I thought his back end was definitely coming around then, but he kept it pointing the right way. Awesome stuff. Pat though is a threat. No, Pat is under threat. Pat's tyres have died, and Snorlax has got past the Baz. Unbelievable, Jeff. So Snorlax, he has looked racy today. And an unfortunate first lap incident with, I don't know, Flashman or Pat. I think Flashman avoided Pat and spun, and then Snorlax avoided and spun as well. So, but he's looking to pick up a place here. Ooh, around the outside, Pat. Defending well, and making Snorlax go the difficult route by, but unable to find. I know I want to watch other people as well, but you know, as soon as I pull away, there'll be an overtake done here, so I'm waiting for it. Come on, Snorlax. So Snorlax then pulls alongside Pat out of the toe. It's looking like it's going to be done before the corner. No, Pat still ahead. Snorlax not quite getting the job done on those hard tyres. Now he's having a look at the other side, and it's down to the brake in here. Poor Pat hasn't got any grip. He slides around into the entry of the corner, and Snorlax easily up and through, and I think Bazza to boot is coming through as well, just to confound Pat's issues. But Pat still hasn't got the tyres to race the Baz. And the Baz easily through and up. Homesick Alien. Oh, Homesick Alien. And Homesick's locked right up. Homesick's locked up. He's lost the car. Oh my word. Let's go back. So Homesick Alien comes around the corner there. Racer Brown adding on a lot of pressure. Homesick Alien's tyres totally shot to pieces. And Racer Brown's got some life. And there you go. Just when he tried to come around that tight corner, the back end just giving way to him. And he floored it. He's absolutely floored it. He's not messing around. He's not even lifted off that accelerator. Just kept it floored in. Trying to spin it. Look, now he's got nothing on the back end of that car. Still a whole lap to go after this one. And Koikap easily catching him. But Koi's tyres not in much better condition themselves. And my word, it's going to be a sloppy end for these two. That's what she said. Big Dan as well, his tyres are dead, and it's down to Shiren on the final lap. Racer Brown looks like he's going to get the double win today, along with... Who the Blighters won that last race? Shiren won it. So Racer Brown starts the final lap. Homesick Alien, can he keep Koikap behind? Koikap's tyres just as broken as Homesick Alien's. There is Big Dan. His tyres are in the same state as well. And it's all down to Shiren. Shiren did a 43.8 last time. He's got plenty of grip. But has he got the time? Has he got the time? Can he pick any of these guys off before the end of the lap? Shiren then, come on. The Russian sensation already with a win today. Could get a podium. But it looks like it's just beyond his reach as Big Dan, Koikap and Homesick Alien with shot tyres are maintaining pace and position. Racer Brown is bringing it around into the tight and windy section. No one around him to race him. This is a nice chilled end to a race with a win. Brilliant stuff for Racer Brown. Homesick Alien still in second. Koikap just didn't have the tyres to attack that Alpha at the end of the race. Big Dan still ahead of Shiren. Shiren just cannot close the gap up. Snorlax now even ahead of Silverstar. Snorlax absolutely flying, but not flying off the track. Silverstar gets that position back. And Bazza, no, Snorlax back onto the track again ahead of Snorlax. Let's get back here because there goes RB for his second win of the evening, and that's 4 wins this championship. Great stuff for RB. Homesick Alien bringing it home in second. No wins this weekend for the Alien driver, but lots of points in Deedly Doodly. And Koikap grabs a podium. Take a boo, my son. Big Dan brings it home on 4th, and Shiren just didn't quite get there on the attack today, 5th. Snorlax, what a drive from the absolute collision he had in the beginning of the race. Miles back, and he brings it on for 6th place. Great drive. With Pat bringing it home in 7th, so Silverstar missing out altogether as well as Baz. And the Baz brings it on home in 8th place with Silverstar hot on his tail. Poor Silverstar, I thought he was in for some good points haulage there. Lost a lot of time on that final lap. Didn't we see him having off on the final lap last time as well? Gives up a lap early too soon. So Racer Brown brings it home. Car 86. What an absolute cracker. Homesick Alien gave it his all, led a lot of the race, but the tyres gave up on him, and he lost the back end in the 90-degree corner. And that's where Racer Brown came home to glory. Koikap, tyres were absolutely shot at the end of the race. Didn't have anything in his tank to take the fight to Alien when Homesick Alien's tyres were gone as well. He was struggling as well. Big Dan comes home in 4th. And luckily, Shiren, for the guys ahead, Shiren just couldn't catch him. Come the end of the race in 5th with his medium tyres. Snorlax climbed up to 6th with his racing hards. And Pat come home in 7th with a dead set of softs. Bazza got himself 8th, ahead of Silverstar in 9th. And Flashman did not finish. Wowzers, guys. What a race, eh? What an absolute classic one. Let me take all that off. Fantastic stuff. So that was the 4C Sprint Trophy round 3. Can I tell you where it's going to be next? If I'm clever, if I'm quick, I'll tell you where it's going to be. Next round is going to be at Blue Moon Infield A Reverse at sunrise, late morning and afternoon for 13 laps. So keep an eye out for that. The next stream that we should be having sometime during this week will be the Golf Cups round 5. Hang on, let me count. See which ones I've done. Sardinia. I've done Sardinia now. I think I've done Sardinia. I might not have. I think it's round 5. Well, that's going to be coming anyway. Whatever round it is. You've got the Golf Cups and then some other Friday night racing we've done. And I tell you what, I think we've got enough content to do a stream every day this week. Shall we try? Shall we try? This is Monday, signing out with a stream. Tuesday, we could do the golfs. Wednesday, we could do the F1. Then Thursday, we could do the 4C again. And on Friday, we could do the golfs. Hey, wouldn't that be a week? Let's see if I can keep up with it, though. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Cam Hulto. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Peace and hit like and subscribe. Love.